this is my review of That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. Okay, so it's been a while since I've reviewed That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime for you guys, and I'll be honest, this isn't a new season. The new season comes later this year, but there are several more OVAs that have come out that are part of a small mini arc that I feel like I should review for you guys. So I'm going to spend the next 2 weeks reviewing the first two, and then I'm going to review the third one if and when that comes out. But in any case, this is the first part of it. So here's the thing. Rimuru's class has to participate in a combat training exercise thing that Freedom Academy holds once a year. So he has to prepare his class for that. So, but it doesn't initially start out that way. So Rimuru is just basically just using the opportunity to take it easy because let's be honest, running an entire kingdom of monsters by yourself, more or less, can get pretty tiring, and naturally teaching kids seems pretty easy by default. So he's spending a lot of time teaching his kids some new stuff, teaching them survival strategies and stuff like that. So in any case, he's teaching them, and then he finds out from two of his fellow teachers, a man named Jeff, who doesn't like him very much, and a woman named Tiss, who likes him a little bit more. So yeah, the three of them naturally start talking about the training exercise, which is held at this place called Gurudal's Manor, where Lord Gurudal, the guy who runs the place, actually uses the caves near his house as part of the training exercise, and he's also concerned about his possibly dying wife, who is apparently very sick, and what's worse is that a band of thieves has stolen the only medicine that can actually cure her. So you already know that's going to be set up. But in any case, he also sent his butler to check out the caves and prepare them. But oddly enough, the door is open when he gets there and he goes to investigate. Remember that? That becomes an important plot point. But in any case, they discuss the training exercises, which Rimuru is completely new to since he's never, done the training exercises before. This is his first time doing it. But in any case, he's initially doesn't have much interest in it because he doesn't really know what it is, and also Class S has never really participated in before to begin with anyway, so he doesn't really care. But then Jeff starts running his mouth. So Jeff immediately starts boasting the superiority of his class, Class A, to Rimuru, and points out that even if Class A didn't participate, they wouldn't be able to beat Class A. At which point Rimuru remarks that if they put their mind to it, they definitely could. So with that, he definitely declares that they will be participating, realizing that all they really need is the proper equipment, which he can easily provide because, as I said, he is kind of the mayor of his town, more or less. So he has access to all the resources that he would need. So, in any case, he immediately goes to his class and tells them to pick out a weapon, not really filling them in on the fact that they're doing the survival training thing. And while they're initially a little confused because they realize that Rimuru is talking a little bit funny, Alice immediately deduces that there's something up, and sure enough, realizing he can't hide it from the class forever, tells them that they're going to be participating in the survival training and asks them all to pick a weapon, which they do. So everybody picks a different weapon. Gale picks a spear and shield so that he can defend from long range. Kyoto picks out a sword because he feels like a sword would be best. Alice decides to pick out some ninja shuriken throwing things. Chloe decides to pick out a small rapier type thing like Shizu had. And Seiko asks to pick out a bow and arrow because he's been practicing with his wind magic because of his wind spirit, and therefore he feels like he would be able to combine the two very well to basically be able to control the shots to go wherever he wants. And sure enough, Rimuru agrees and leaves to go get the materials back in Tempest. But before he does that, he gives everybody a survival logbook. Well, gives, in air quotes. It's more like he's in a slime form and he just kind of fabricates them and spits them out at his students and asks them to read them while he's gone. So he gets back to town, and in one of the funniest sight gags in this entire thing, everybody immediately realizes that Rimuru is back and crowds the teleporter where he shows up. It's great. And they all celebrate his return, yada yada yada. They love Rimuru because he's Rimuru. But in any case, they quickly decide that they're going to throw a party for him. He points out that they need to actually save it because he's going to be leaving and will probably be back permanently in a couple days. But in the meantime, while he's there, he actually tasks everybody with different tasks. He tasks his blacksmiths with creating weapons and armor for the kids, and in particular, he tasks Shuna with actually making garb for all the kids. He kept pointing out that they're going to need those for the training exercises. And sure enough, everybody does their respective tasks, and also while they're at it, they build a camping bus because why not? So yeah, they basically build a camping bus for him so that which he can now use in the training. And sure enough, he brings back all their weapons and introduces them to the bunker when he gets back. He shows them the camping bus. Well, it's a camper, but you get the idea. But in case it's a he brings them a horse-drawn camper, and they're all immediately excited. But then it also brings up the very important question of who is supposed to pull the thing. And Rimuru didn't think this far ahead because he realizes too late that he was originally going to have Ranga pull it, but since Ranga is associated directly with Rimuru and Rimuru isn't allowed to participate in the whole training exercise, he quickly realizes, oh, I can't have Ranga do this. But fortunately, Gale comes up with a solution and uses some of his magic to summon a monster, which fills in the problems. Much to Jeff's chagrin, who is trying to actually, win, and is not very happy that Rimuru has actually pulled some weapons and a giant camper out of his ass, metaphorically speaking, and has prepared Class S for the thing. So, and with that, Class S is now preparing to actually, train for the whole survival wilderness thing, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun little experience for them. They're going to learn some basic combat training, and also there may be a small motivator in there that whoever's class wins gets a raise. Maybe that's just a bit of a motivator, but yeah, but more or less, Rimuru just wants to give the kids some basic combat training, and the training camp thing is going to be a great way to do that. However, there is a bit of a caveat in the way that's introduced at the end of this episode. So, you remember those bandits I told you about at the beginning of this review? Yeah, apparently they're the ones who got into the caves and have taken up residence there. With the explicit plan of actually capturing some of the kids, holding them for ransom, and even if they get injured, they have that miracle potion on them, which will basically heal them, even if they lose an arm or something crazy like that. And also in addition, they have an enslavement collar, which is designed to work on their teachers. So if a teacher shows up and the teacher tries to intervene, they have a way to get around that. So, but yeah, they also have a benefactor who is planning to help them, and we never actually learn what his name is, but he's important. He's going to be important to this little mini arc of OVAs. But in any case, yeah. Rimuru is going to be taking his class on a bit of a camping trip, as it were, and he's going to teach them some basic combat training without actually, getting involved, which is the whole point. The kids have to be self-sufficient, and sure enough, Class S is going to do that. But that's going to be fun. But they also have a band of thieves that's hanging out in the second half of their training exercise, which is a bad thing, and I'm assuming Rimuru is going to have to get involved either way. So, yeah. They immediately set up that Rimuru is going to be able to start helping Girdle out with his problem, because they not only put him in a collision course with the people that stole the potion, but he's also most likely going to meet with the guy personally. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure Rimuru is eventually going to get involved and help that guy out, and Class S is going to get involved as well, because they're going to get involved through Rimuru, who's basically leading the charge on this. So, yeah, overall, this episode sets up a nice little three-parter, and it's cute, and it's kind of cute. So they're going to be going on a camping trip, but more or less, and they're going to just get some basic training, and whoever gets to Girdle's place first and clears out the cave of monsters will win the challenge. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a cute little competition, and I'm looking forward to it. But in any case, that's my review of that time I got reincarnated as a slime. What did you guys think? Let's get a discussion going in the comment section down below, or over on my Discord server, link in the description. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter in the description below. And also, check out my Patreon in the description below as well. It's only a couple bucks a month. It really helps me out, and you guys get access to a bunch of cool perks on my way saying thanks. So be sure to check those out in the description below as well. But in any case, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!